There you go. It's time for us to step into our Youth Day talk. It's still going to be the Youth Month throughout this month of February. And if you are keen on the theme of this year's Youth Day, you must have heard the word economic patriotism. And we did explain that a whole lot last week. But sometimes you talk about it, and then at times you show it. And today we felt like it's important for us to see someone who is an economic patriot in action. So Savannah's Jack decided to have a rich conversation with this gentleman, Cyril Akonte, who is an economic patriot, the brain behind the successful Agripreneur initiative that builds the spirit of entrepreneurship in young Cameroonians, but also towards valorizing our natural resources. It's a rich conversation. Pay attention. He is our economic patriot of today, Cyril Akonte.
Good morning to you, Cameroon feeling, and you're welcome to join us today. And I'm joined here by one man that actually told me that, Jack, hey, I was inspired when the head of state, His Excellency President Paul Biya, made that clarion call that youths should face agriculture. Youth should learn to go to the farm. And this has made him a big transformation. Today, I'm at the home, I want to even say the abode of Mr. Cyril Akonte, who is the man referred today in Cameroon as the Agripreneur vision bearer. Mr. Cyril, thank you so much for receiving us at your home.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jack Silvanos.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Because we're talking agriculture and youths, what are we taking for breakfast today? Is it made in Cameroon?
Yes, made in Cameroon.
Okay.
I'm so patriotic to the point that we need to encourage homemade stuff, and I think we have natural stuff here in Cameroon. Yeah. So from here, we have some natural stuff for breakfast.
Now, Cyril, we actually fell in love with your activities. You're grouping together schools, over 50 schools across this beautiful country, Cameroon, young students, drilling them into the field of agriculture, putting a lot of money to support the agricultural projects. Tell me how this dream, this vision came about. How did it come?
Yeah, when we had the clarion call from the head of state, His Excellency Paul Biya, for youths to go into agriculture, I think it was timely and it was the wise thing to do, to listen to somebody who's mastered the nation, who knows what's good for its citizens and its people. And we followed that clarion call. And I personally, I went into agriculture, worked in a transformation company, and I have a lot of land, inherited also by my father and grandfather. So I went a lot into ginger in order to do ginger powder. So I'm practicing what I preach. That was what I want to let you know. That said, after facing some accomplishment and inward satisfaction in what I'm doing in agriculture, and to see that this is not what I used to think, I decided also to start a movement with schools all over the 10 regions of Cameroon to see that I position the youths to be where the head of states wants them to be. And also, when I listened to the President of African Development Bank, when he says the future billionaires of Africa will come from the agricultural sector, I said this was the moment, this was the time for us to seize and make best use of the clarion call of the head of state. And it's paying off. More than 50 schools from all the regions, Mr. Jack. And one thing that baffles me is I don't know. CRTV has been on us from day one in all the 10 regions, highlighting the fact that we're actually executing what the head of state wants for young people in Cameroon.
Now, this is where we're going to now. It's the Youth Week today, and youths, this is your time. This is our time. I mean, Siri, we're all young people, you and I. Tell me, when you go about as young as you are, but successful in the field of agriculture, when you're talking to these young students, I mean, from Bishop Rogan College to SASE, to Seka Baptist College in Libe, to Bilingual Grammar School Moliko, just to Intercomprehensive College in Boy, just to mention a few, what is the response? What do you see when you look into their eyes?
Jack, when you take home the message for the Youth Week for this year, which talks about import substitution and economic patriotism.
Correct.
I think it falls in line with our vision. If you see, you followed up our visions where we're encouraging youth to be patriotic, love of country, to go into digitalization, preaching peace, which is priceless, and letting the youth know the greatest war we need to fight is a war against poverty and hunger. I think it falls in line with the statement from the government for the Youth Week, and seeing the youths embracing this massively it tells me we are really rebranding the nation. We are really reformatting the thinking of the youth of Cameroon. We are building a new breed of Cameroonians who believe in their nation, who believe to be more of solution providers than people who complain all the time. Right. We are part of the government. We cannot blame the government all the time. We have to seek for solutions. And that's why we've extended our motive, yes, our tentacles even to waste management, because that's a great area that still falls in line with environmental protection and agriculture.
As a young man,
yes,
as a young man that you are, many young people dare to say that the challenge is enormous. To be successful, many think that you must have a godfather somewhere. I mean, your success story, it's a good picture of a man that started from scratch and moving from, they say, from grace, from grass to grace. I want to tell the world today. Now, tell me, as a young man in Cameroon, is it easy to succeed?
It's not, Jack. Let me tell you, I've had a lot of setbacks in my life, honestly, starting from health to other aspects, in even bringing out innovative ideas in Cameroon, and all the naysayers and stumbling blocks. I want to encourage the youth, there'll always be stumbling blocks. I've started a lot of projects. I've had roadblocks. I've retreated, planned well, refocus, come back to shoot well. And the take-home message is never give up on your dreams, never. I believe in this nation so much. And Jack, there are people who didn't have godfathers and are making it. And let me tell you something, I appreciate this system. No matter what people say, they are not sleeping. There are people who've gotten what they deserve out of meritocracy. There are still people out there. I believe it. And I think what the government at times provides the enabling environment. We've gone to places, we've gone to regions, and the administrative setup there, you see, they give us the enabling environment to carry out our activities, which I appreciate the government, though we need more from them. So what I'm trying to say is, it's tough, but never give up. Just keep pushing. Every hustler has a payday. That's a secret. And I think once you stand out, once you're innovative, don't be surprised the head of state can call you out, that we know what you're doing, because he is a man, no matter his age, I think he understands everything that's happening in this country. So I think youths, don't give up. We have to be part of the solution. Let's work hard. Let's empower ourselves. Let's not be lazy. I think if we work hard, the future of this nation belongs to us, and it begins now.
I took interest in you, Cyril, the other day, and trying to read through who Cyril Conte is. I realized that at one point in your life, you refused to go abroad, choose to settle in Cameroon.
Yes.
A dream that many young people want to embrace,
yes,
even if they don't know where they're going to.
Jack, I'm widely traveled. I've been to the US, I've been to the UK, I've been to South Africa, I've been to Nigeria, I've been to Ghana. But I must tell you, home is home. I feel respected, I feel impactful more in my nation. And despite the fact that my family is resident abroad, but I'm here doing good, that I can encourage my little daughter to one day come back home and see this is what my father has been doing for his people, and I pick it up from there. And no matter where my daughter is, though she's in the US, I've given her that notion that always remember your roots. And that's the thing we should tell our youths. When you go out there, brave up, empower yourselves, come back and impact your nation. We can make our El Dorado here in Africa. It's very possible. There are people who are making it. And I think I believe so much in my nation, and I believe that Cameroon is for everyone. Nobody's more Cameroonian than anybody. And we've come of age where the youths, all over we go, they believe in what we say, that Cameroon belongs to those who think that you're judged by the content of your character and not the language you speak. And we're impressed with what the head of state, the facilities, the bilingual commission, to see that everybody feels involved. No culture is left out. And that's why in all what we do in schools, we have cultural aspects we're encouraging through cultural integration. And all the schools that come with cultural aspects, we're encouraging sports. So we're doing all in all to make agriculture look sexy by bringing entertainment into what we do.
All right.
Yeah. So I think we're impacting our community.
Okay.
Was taking out 2 million on this inter-school competition, which groups all the schools from the 10 region, where it's taking out 2 million for the school with the best micro agri project, which is environmentally friendly and sustainable. We're going to hand over the check of 2 million. Last year, Mario Academy here in Yaoundé won. We gave them a check. Yeah. This year, it stepped up to 2 million, and for them to carry out the project so that the schools become a productive ground. You know, we're shifting from those theory to practicals.
Right.
And we're setting up agri-tech clubs and environmental clubs in all the schools. 50 schools are taking part in the competition. So this is the new generation schools we're setting out, so that by the time they are leaving school, they have some financial literacy, they're hands-on, and they could become more of job creators and job seekers.
I want to thank you very much.
Thank you
Well,
so
the
much.
take-home message here, and of course, the Cameroon feeling we're giving here is that Cyril Conte from his vision right there. Just imagine for a second that all the universities in Cameroon, take for example the University of Boya, UP, the Faculty of Agriculture was producing table beds. That's chicken. Imagine if we ever lack chicken in Cameroon. Just imagine, for example, that the fishery school in Limbe was the one fishing across the coast of Cameroon and to provide fish for Cameroonians. Imagine the kind of quality of fish we are going to eat. And just imagine for a second that maybe those pepper farms around Jombe, Penja were transformed into real areas where people can grow and feed the rest of Africa. What a country will see in future. I want to thank you very much. And like I said, always, youths are ready. The commander-in-chief of the country, the supremo of the Republic's Excellency President Paul Biya, sent the message long ago, and youths, we are embracing that message, and the difference is being made right on the field.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sylvanus Jack. And of course, Cyril Conte, you're a true economic patriot, because it's your sense of belief and faith in your country that you're mirroring to the next generation. You're investing in the next generation. And now they are agripreneurs, even in high school. Imagine what's going to happen when they get to university and even beyond that.